this project, that includes the new Children's Hospital, the maternity unit of Santo Tomas Hospital, and the next areas of Panama, is the answer of GLAD Consortium to the need of a design that can satisfy the way in which health services are provided at present, and that can adapt to changes derived from the rapid progress in this field, which will create different demands to this building infrastructure. All these changes imply a new vision of the spaces for people, whether patients, their relatives, professionals, or support staff. The answer to this reality compels us to find new paradigms in order to seek current solutions, which shall have such characteristics that allow them to fluently and efficiently incorporate inevitable transformations in the future. This project proposes a site strategy towards the surroundings that comes from different converging factors. Respect the symmetrical lay of Central Park axis that coincides with Santo Tomas Hospital axis as a set of classical historical characteristics, avoiding the visual impact of heavy volumetrics in areas that are near it, setting up the highest building of the Children's Hospital far from the border of the Central Park. Adopt a sloping direction following the north-south axis, which coincides with one of Santo Tomas Hospital wings, benefiting from the creation of a hallway together with the Children's Hospital existing building. Establish the Children's Hospital and the maternity unit entrances, taking into consideration the external flows where users come from, accessing without any barrier. This set of buildings shall have a research center that shall be located in the current external consultation building of the hospital, and the new building shall be used as parking. The architectural structure has been thought with transverse pieces that occupy the entire width of the land and that include, on the superior horizontal part, a possible partially covered space to store equipment, chillers, ventilations, and a garden terrace. Elevators, stairs, ventilations plenums, toilets, etc. shall be placed on the vertical pillars on both longitudinal edges, placing on one side the ones for the public and on the other side the ones for the staff. A modular design of 6.60 meters by 6.60 meters is displayed on both pieces of lands, rotated towards the north-south direction so as to make the most of the best orientation. Its size derives from the premises, structure, and units. This design, which also acts as a structural mesh, has a bioclimatic orientation and is the base of a flexible, versatile, and adaptable building. Longitudinal edges are internal main pedestrian streets that string the arcus pillars together, thus connecting the differentiated horizontal tracks with the vertical ones, public and staff belonging to both buildings. These circulations are completed on the lower levels in order to guarantee a simple access to the services of consultation, diagnosis, and treatment. In this way, there is a balance between the horizontal alignment and the vertical alignment of the hospitalization area, which is concentrated in a space in order to optimize the distance covered by patients, suppliers, food, clothes, etc. Functional areas have been thought as transversal sectors that have 2 to 4 meters wide modules that have circulatory cores on their ends for the public and for the professionals. Patios created in the design are hollow spaces so as to provide functional areas with natural air and light. Transversal surface areas from variable height bodies according to the requirements of zoning laws, which are laid out following a stepped profile, which goes from lower to higher from the Central Park and the sea to the maternity unit. The set of buildings is thus presented with a clear urban attitude, respecting the surroundings and clearing the view of the Santo Tomas Hospital, enhancing the Central Park with increasing heights that distance towards the north as a garden terrace stairway, which optimizes the orientation and sea views, reducing solar radiation and the heat island effect. This bioclimatic approach that arises from the orientation of its basic design creates a building with a diverse and permeable profile, with kind heights towards the central park and the sea, favoring the blow of breeze, avoiding the wall effect of heavy bases on pedestrian sidewalks due to the concentration of most of the hospitalization sector towards the north angle of urban environment. Additionally, the lower body that compromises the outpatients unit, which has the greatest flow of people, allows the public to wait while looking towards the central park, facing outwards, with a wide view of the sea and with south orientation, properly protected by the design of facades and treetops. Prioritizing the sea views, the public enters the building and moves unrestrictedly along the front of Balboa through an exclusive main street, accessing the admission and reception desks of the different services with their waiting areas, sitting areas, and premises, and by 4 vertical courses to the upper floors without interfering with technical circulation. Transversely, secondary circulations, also exclusive for the public, allow a differentiated access to medical attention areas. Similarly, through 38 East Street, the public has access to the maternity unit through an exclusive space that has waiting and rest areas and access to the vertical core. The staff shall access through the República de Chile Street towards the Children's Hospital and the maternity unit and moves unrestrictedly through exclusive technical streets, accessing the different levels through the vertical course without any interference from the public circulation. These streets with sitting and meeting areas favor the professional dialogue of the health team. Transversely, secondary circulations, also exclusive for the staff, allow a differentiated access to medical attention areas. Additionally, stretcher patients and food, supply, clothes, and other kinds of carts move along. A connecting space for technical staff is planned on level 2 as a bridge between the Children's Hospital and the maternity unit. In the flexible and versatile architectural structure plan, care areas have been sequentially organized according to the medical processes affinities. In the Children's Hospital, outpatients and patients admitted in critical circuits are treated with total fluidity and better horizontal alignment on the lower levels. For the benefit of patients that are admitted, hospitalizations are concentrated with a better vertical alignment, lining them up with critical circuits and services connected to nutrition, kitchen, laundry, supply, etc. A low-gradient floor with natural light coming from edges and patios allows the concentration of supply, processing, loading, and unloading logistics. Teaching area is located on the end of this floor, on the front of the park, lighted up by an English patio and landscaped expanses. It includes an access to the auditorium and to the exposition foyer, differentiated for staff and public, thus benefiting independent access for community use. This zoning optimizes the efficiency of trails, balancing horizontal and vertical alignment, favoring lower volumetrics that is kind as regards the park and that respects the scale of Santo Tomás Hospital, as well as that of increasing heights towards the north, open, permeable, slender, non-monolithic, or imposing, with distant views for admitted patients that have long stays. Hospitalization's organization pursues these goals, laying out rooms towards south so as to have sea view and laying out support premises towards north. The building has a simple reinforced concrete structure with anti-seismic characteristic with a structural mesh of 6.6 meters by 6.6 meters with vertical cores, hard areas located on longitudinal edges that support soft areas, which are flexible and adaptable on the remaining surfaces. Vertical cores act as containers to soft areas, although those areas partially expand to coincide with the hollow spaces of the patios. As regards the inside of the building, partition gypsum boards, continuous floors under such boards, and false ceilings for horizontal displacement of facilities and sufficient shafts guarantee the adaptability of soft areas during any time of the building's useful life. Special care has been taken with the development of an image that transmits to the community the concepts of health, technology, future, and research. In this way, the new Children's Hospital and the new maternity unit shall be incorporated to the health system of Panama, becoming a place of reference in the region.